Hi, welcome to the channel. I'm Jay, and this is our 2 cents, where we talk everything boxing, and everybody's entitled to their own opinion. In today's live, we will be discussing whatever we want to discuss because it's 2 cents after dark. For those of you that are new here or this is your first time here, the way it works on 2 cents after dark is the conversation may start off talking about boxing, but it can go in either direction. Pretty much like an open discussion type of forum, how it goes down over here on 2 cents after dark. But we always start the conversation off with boxing. Ain't no telling where it could go. We could start talking about the civil rights movement, or we could start talking about getting arrested for domestic violence. You just never know where the conversation might go. So let's see who we got in the chat. Nah, Bud Crawford era, you got to be more original, bro. You know this ain't Johnson Bounce Central. Y'all know where that's at. Everybody knows where Johnson Bounce Central is at. Shout out to Frequent Flyer. Y'all go sub up to his channel. Shout out Bud Crawford era here for boxing. Ramon Seafood, Trey Skills, Million Films, Paid in Full. What's up with y'all? Here for boxing say rich me so haters don't Johnson bounce and ban me. No, we don't do that over here for boxing. We don't do that over here. Kadir, what's going on? What you mean? I just shot it frequent out. Y'all go sub up. He don't never shout me out on his channel. He don't never shout me out on his channel. So I'm hearing rumors that the Vergil Boots fight, the deal is done. And listen, as a fan, right? I don't want to hear nothing else about the Boots fight until it's announced. I don't want to hear nothing about no negotiations almost done, and I don't want to hear none of that. Now, as a content creator, I'm gonna have to discuss it, right? So allegedly the fight is done. It's gonna be going down in what, April or March in Vegas. And I'm just curious. And also I had one of my sources tell me the same information. But I mean, I got sources, but I don't come on here because I'm not a breaking news channel. I don't want to give y'all the information first. I'm not trying to be right about everything. This is not that type of channel. It's just me seeing on what's going on around the landscape of boxing and giving my opinion about it and listening to y'all's opinions about it. But I'm wondering, how is the fight done if I just seen on X that Oscar is suing the manager of Vergil Ortiz for $10 million? How's the fight done? I'm not saying if it is or it isn't done. I'm just asking, so is y'all beefing or no? Is y'all suing each other or no? Because I'm seeing on X, Oscar suing you for $10 million, but I'm hearing behind the scenes that the fight done. Here for Boxing says Vergil and Boots should have been a title fight, but they all talk so effing much that there was really no more room left to build it as a unification or at least for one belt. Well, the thing is, Vergil's never even had a belt. So I don't know if his intentions was to ever even become a champion. And I don't know if you've realized, but Oscar is very good at building Mexican fighters that's never been champions and then selling them off to a big fight. He did it with Zapata. He doing it with Ryan. And now he doing it with Vergil. Like, for some reason, Mexican fighters they don't be pushing them to have a belt, be a champion. They don't do Oscar fighters like that. I mean, they've been doing Ryan like that lately, but they didn't do Vergil like that. They didn't do Zapata like that. Oh, you got to get a belt. You got to be a champion. They sit here trying to act like Boots would be the B-side to Vergil, and I'm like, by y'all own logic, Vergil's never even been a champion. So how can y'all even say that? Boots unified the 47 division. That's by y'all's logic. Because I'm a casual. I don't care about them. I don't care about that belt stuff like that. It's not like high up on my priority list. But I mean, a big fight is a big fight. And I keep trying to tell people a belt is not really going to change the energy of the fight. Like, it's not like if the Boots Vergil fight is for a belt, 100,000 more people gonna watch it. No, it'll just be for a belt. It'll be more meaningful, I guess. But a big fight is a big fight. Nobody gonna remember the belt they was fighting for anyway. They just gonna remember the fight. This is the fight everybody keep crying that they want to see for some reason, and I'm like, okay, it's a bad style matchup for Vergil, but y'all have at it. I mean, Vergil's a come forward, black-footed Mexican fighter, for lack of a better description. But y'all know what I mean when I say that. I'm not saying he's a bad fighter. I'm just saying his style is tailor-made. Like, I don't see what the big hoorah is about. I really don't. And then everybody keeps talking about, well, you better hope Vergil don't catch him. So is Vergil only hope to catch him? Because I keep asking people, how do y'all see Vergil beating Boots? How do you, like, when you close your eyes and you picture the fight, how do you see Vergil beating Boots? Well, Boots better not get caught by Vergil. So the only way you see him is by him getting caught. I mean, so come on, y'all. Ill Will in the building. He says, regardless of what Oscar and Rick having issues about, Oscar got to do his job, and he said he will. If he don't, he's gonna get sued for being derelict. Okay. Well, that's. I mean, the fight. Hey, if the fight about to go down, it's about to go down. You know me. I'm gonna wait for the official announcement. But why in Vegas? Why not in Philly or in Texas though? Why in Vegas? You know what I'm saying? Is it that big of a fight for Vegas? I see a Mayweather Corrales type of fight. Mayweather Corrales? Nah, I don't even see that. I want y'all to go back and watch Vergil's fights. This is y'all homework. And when y'all come back, we're going to talk about it. Go back and watch all Vergil's fights at 154 pounds. Please. Since he came back from his little injury, please go back and watch all his fights. And y'all are going to see exactly what I'm talking about and why I feel the way that I do. But y'all are not going to understand what I'm saying until you go back and watch the fight, Vergil's fights at 154. Exactly here for boxing. That's why I said why they not fighting Philly or in Texas where Vergil is from. Why take them both to Vegas? That doesn't make sense to me. To me, it doesn't make sense to me. I don't know. It's just my 2 cents. I don't know why. Ooh, man. Y'all know I'm off ahead 12. I might have to drop the link a little early. So I'm looking at the ring rankings today, just going through X. And I come across the junior welterweight ring rankings. And they have Keyshawn Davis. They got Dalton Smith, Richardson Hitchens, and then Keyshawn Davis ranked number 3. Teofimo Lopez number 4. Alberto Puello 5. Arnold Barboza 6, Gary Antoine 7, Sando Martin 8, Sabril Matias 9, and Adam Azim 10. And I'm just curious, like, how does Keyshawn Davis get to number 3 on the list from beating Jermaine Ortiz? Hey, what's y'all 2 cents about that? I'm just curious. Like, I look at the list, I said, damn, Keyshawn number 3? Gee, because he beat Jermaine Ortiz? He only got 1 fight in the division, and already he better than Puello, Barboza, Russell, Martin, Matias, and Azim? He's already better than all of those people. Y'all tell me if I'm tripping. Y'all tell me if I'm tripping. But hey, it's the ring and they rankings. It just seems a little like a reach to me. Like, geez, let him get another fight in at least. All you got to do is beat Jermaine Ortiz. Was Jermaine Ortiz on the list, y'all? Was he number 3? What's going on with my chat? Hold on, y'all. The ring is based off the triangle theory. How you gonna do rankings off triangle theory? And even if you was doing the triangle theory, Jermaine Ortiz wasn't even on the list. So how you gonna triangle theory that? Aircraft carrier, you do not get to make a ranking off the caliber of a fighter. Come on, y'all. They extra politicking. So, Errol the True Spence Jr. coming back against Timmy Zoo, I believe in March. And I'm glad Errol the True Spence Jr. is coming back to the ring. Y'all know that's one of my favorite fighters. Once again, nobody knows what to expect from Errol. I feel like every fight since his car accident, he's always had a question mark above his head. But up until the Terrence Crawford fight, he was always able to overcome every single time, which I believe it just showed his resilience and just the type of fighter and mentality that Errol the True Spence Jr. has. So I'm hearing he's coming back against Tim Zoo, which, you know, at first it was rumored he was going to be coming back against Fundora and all this other stuff. And everybody's just like, you just coming back to get your ass whooped and get a check, clearly. Because I don't know why you would try to step into the ring with Fundora after a long layoff and that loss you just took. But, you know, it's been rumor after rumor about Errol coming back. So we finally have something confirmed, stamped, and finalized. And I'm glad he's taking a tune-up. Because if you ask me, Tim Zoo is a tune-up. I always thought Tim Zoo was food. I told everybody that Fundora was going to beat Tim Zoo before the fight happened. Of course, everybody told me I don't know shit about boxing and I don't know what I'm talking about. And, of course, Fundora beat Tim Zoo in the fight. Now, the mechanism and the way the fight went is the way how it went. The point is, Fundora won the fight, and I said Fundora was going to win the fight. And then he turned around and he won the rematch. So, I was never really high on Tim Zoo as a fighter. He's a decent fighter, but he just wasn't that good to me. He just wasn't that good to me. And he's very I hate when people say one-dimensional, but he really just don't have a lot of variations to his style. I'll say that. He don't really have too many variations to his style. And his defense is not the greatest. So I think that'll be a decent matchup for Errol Spence. We'll get to really see where he's at. Now, I heard a while back that Roy Jones was training Errol Spence. And I said, I hope not. So here recently, I've been watching these videos and I see that Roy Jones has opened up a gym in Dallas. And I'm like, oh, Errol, please don't tell me you're training with Roy Jones. Why would you be training with Roy Jones of all people? So I don't know who Errol is training with. I hope it's not Roy Jones. I hope Roy Jones is more like a mentor. Because, you know, Roy Jones, I feel like is really good at relating and talking to the boxer from like a mentor aspect and maybe dealing with certain things that comes with being a certain caliber of fighter and attention in and not the ring and trouble, things like that. But you being in my corner training me, you're going to go from Derrick James to Roy Jones? First of all, every Roy Jones fighter I see be getting their ass whooped. I'm not gonna lie to you. Can y'all name a Roy Jones fighter that y'all seen that wasn't getting their ass whooped? And can somebody tell me why Breadman is such a good trainer? Like, that's a serious question. I'm not trying to throw no shot. I'm not trying to be funny. I'm asking, why is Breadman, what makes Breadman such like this brilliant, great trainer? Because they like to go interview him. They like to ask him questions. They always got him, you know what I'm saying? The video, he all in the videos, breaking down fights and doing everything. So I'm just like, what? Because every time I see his fighters, they tired. Every time I see Breadman fighters, they tired. They can't make it past the 7th and the 8th round. I mean, they be okay, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We got Thurman Fundora coming up. Who do y'all have in that fight? Some people think Thurman got one more time in him. Thurman one more time. But I think Thurman gonna get stopped this fight. This is the first time Thurman will be stopped. That's what I'm saying. What does Breadman being from Philly have to do with anything? Is that why his fighter's tired? Because he's from Philly? What you saying? Be here for boxing? Once upon a time, one more time. I don't know. I think this is gonna be the first time Thurman gets stopped. But I did see they had the picture of Thurman and Fundora trying to do the little reflex thing. I did see Fundora's bicep, and I'm wondering if that's gonna be an issue in the fight. Because I was about to drop some bread on that KO for sure. I was about to drop some bread on that KO because I just don't see what Thurman gonna do. I don't see how Thurman gonna get away, and I don't see how Thurman gonna get in the inside. He's just gonna get jabbed all night. He's just gonna get jabbed all night. Thurman arms is too short to box with the guy. And see, people keep thinking of like Thurman. I feel like people keep thinking of Thurman in his prime. Like Thurman is well past his prime. Thurman is older now. He's not quick like that. He's not finna be getting in and out like that. He's not about to do that for 12 rounds. Come on, y'all got to be realistic with this. Thurman is food for Fundora. They feeding Thurman to Fundora. They're like, all right, Thurman, you want a big payday? Here you go. Get in there with the jolly green motherfucking giant and see if you can survive and run around for 12 rounds before he jab you to death. That's what it's giving. But it's boxing, so you never know. You never know. Fundora has been caught before and put down, so it's possible. But I think it's gonna be an interesting fight to watch. It should be a decent fight to watch. So I always like watching Fundora fight. He's a very interesting athlete, especially for boxing. And if we're honest, Fundora has been getting better and better each fight. He's using his range more. He's using his jab. His footwork's better. His defense is still not. I mean, if he just get his head off the line a little bit, I'm talking about if he just dip his head a little bit to the left or the right, just a little bit, not even a lot. He don't even got to dip his head. Maybe if he just dip his shoulder. But he don't do nothing. He just stand there like Fundora. You telling me y'all don't work on head movement at all in camp? It will say, I don't think Thurman legs got that stamina in him. Thurman gonna look for angles and do the Tim Zoo overhand that was working. Man, Thurman gonna get Thurman done. He might catch him. He got a puncher's chance, I guess, if you ask me. Hell no, Thurman might have a way to victory. Fundora has a torn bicep. I can't bet on a knockout until I see how. That's what I'm saying, Paige. I was ready for the bet. Put my money on the knockout till I seen that bicep. But how long does it take your bicep to heal? That's why they canceled the last fight. It should be healed by now, I would think. Oh, and you know Thurman tore his bicep. Did Thurman tear his bicep when he was supposed to fight Fundora before? Or when he was supposed to fight somebody, he tore his bicep. I can't remember who it was. What about bring the high guard back after throwing a jab? For Thurman? Thurman can do a high guard all he wants. Fundora gonna punch straight through his guard. Straight 1-2, straight through his guard. He better not do that. A high guard, hell no. He gonna 1-2 straight through it. But he gonna put the high guard up and keep walking forward. You trying to get Thurman knocked out. I tore my bicep head and it doesn't need to be repaired. What does that mean? Is it in two pieces though? His bicep look like it's in two sections on his arm. Oh, it was Tim Zookeefe tore his bicep. So I don't know. Let me see if I can find that clip. I'm about to drop the link so we can just start this open discussion. It's already 10:30. Let's start. Let's look at some good old Max Kellerman cap. Cause you know Max Kellerman also got some craziness to see. So while we're talking about this, what do y'all think about Shakur Stevenson and Teofimo Lopez with the 1.2 million pay-per-view buy rumor that's going around? That makes absolutely no sense. What's y'all 2 cents about that? Do y'all believe it? Believe that? J Man in the building. What up, J Man? Carmen Contrail. What up? And Thurman is not the last thing Thurman. The last thing any of these fighters want to do is fight Fedor on the inside because Fedor is an inside fighter. That's why when people be like, "Oh, all you gotta do is get in the inside," and you go to his body, and then y'all see fighters get in the inside, and then you see them put themselves back on the outside, and then you're like, "Well, why they won't go back in? Because they getting murdered in there. They getting murdered in there. They do not want to go in the inside and try to fight with Fedor. He's an inside fighter." That's what's crazy about Fedor. He ain't got the greatest skills. He ain't the elitist fighter, but he's a dangerous fighter. And it don't matter your skill level, he's going to give you problems in the ring. I don't care if you're the best fighter in the universe. I don't care if you're the best fighter in the world right now. I don't care your caliber. You get in the ring with Fedor, he's going to give you problems. That's it. Thurman is not no inside fighter anyway. All of the Thurman attributes that would have helped him beat Fedor, I feel like he will not be able to execute for an extended period of time to be able to win the fight. He may be able to do a 2 rounds, 3 rounds, 4 rounds, 5 rounds, but he's not going to be able to do catch the angles, do use the footwork, get in, get out. I don't believe he's going to be able to do that all fight because I believe he's just past his prime. Like it is what it is. If Keith Thurman loses to Fedor, I don't think that's any testament to him as a bad fighter or his skill and nothing like that. Like you just passed your prime, Keith. You got in there, you did what you could do, but it is what it is. Like no, it's not like your whole legacy gonna be ruined because you lost to Fedor. Like you lost. Like you shouldn't have had your old ass in there. That's what people gonna say, or at least that's what I'm gonna say. Why is you in there trying to fight Fedor? Whose idea was this? Who feeding you to Fedor, Keith? You get what I'm saying? But it should be an entertaining fight. Keith want to get the fans an entertaining fight. He want to, get him a decent payday probably. And it's gonna be what it's gonna be. What AB say? PBC gonna pay you, but you gotta fight Godzilla. That's what he talking about. Hold on, y'all. Yo, yo, yo. All right. Uh Earl just said he ain't never fighting Keith Thurman. They just asked him that. He said he ain't ever fighting Keith Thurman. You see how Earl and Keith got their little beef, but Earl don't never be like, fuck him, fuck him, fuck him. He just be like, man, I ain't ever fighting that nigga, bro. I ain't ever fighting Keith Thurman. No, we ain't gonna. He don't, you know what I'm saying? He don't do none of that. He just say he ain't gonna fight him. Shut up, Paige. Anyway, so let's switch topics real quick and let's discuss the tag team boxing champions of the world. Shout out to Keyshawn Davis and Shakur Softouch Stevenson, the first ever boxing team that we've ever seen in the history of boxing. So, Tony Reviews, I'm sure y'all are familiar with Tony Reviews today. We were over on Jab Queen's boxing panel. Shout out to Jab Queen Boxing. Y'all make sure y'all go sub to her channel if you haven't already. And we were trying to figure out, why would Keyshawn fight Devin and Shakur fight Tio versus Shakur fighting Devin and Keyshawn fighting Tio? Because Keyshawn was originally supposed to fight Tio anyway in the first place. So Tony's theory was, it's a style thing. It's a style thing. What y'all think about that? Keyshawn's style goes better with Devin, and Shakur's style went better for Tio. So they decided to like team up and take them out in that type of manner. But people keep saying that Keyshawn is gonna fight Devin next, and I'm like, Keyshawn has 14 fights, right? I get it. We like Keyshawn. He's on his way up. He's won a belt, but I'm just saying, right? Keyshawn has 14 fights. Why would he go fight, move up to 47 to a weight class he's never been at and fight Devin Haney? Does that make sense to y'all? To me, it doesn't make sense. Like, if I'm Keyshawn, I got 14 fights. I'm going to stay at 40. I'm going to go try to grab some belts, get my experience up, get my resume up. Then I would go fight Devin Haney. But I don't understand why you would go fight him now and you got 14 fights. Now, before, when you were saying you want to fight all these people in Devin Haney, you came out in the interview and you were like, oh, I wasn't ready. I only had 7 fights. I only had that. So I'm wondering, are you ready now, Keyshawn, or is this the same game you was playing before? Because you still got 14 fights. It's not like, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, like, do you think I'm tripping? If Keyshawn and Shakur ain't gonna fight each other, one of them needs to leave 40. I was cool with the brother shit a while ago, but not now. Y'all both hot right now, and something gotta give. So that was my thing right here for boxing. Like, why? Like, everybody was like, "Oh, cool. Keyshawn missed weight. He going to 40. Now we gonna have Shakur at 135 and Keyshawn at 40, right? Boom." But then it's like, here comes Shakur hopping it right in at 40 when Keyshawn at 40. And I'm like, why did you go to 40? Like, and it's like, y'all keep crying about how y'all not gonna fight each other, but then y'all keep putting yourselves into position to where people gonna be like, well, why don't y'all just fight each other? If y'all not in the same division, nobody gonna be saying, well, why don't y'all fight each other? But y'all in the same division saying y'all not gonna fight each other, but then y'all both want to be champions. So y'all gonna hold up the division? What you disagree with, aircraft carrier? Keyshawn ain't ready for Devin. You can tell by the way he was talking a day after he beat Ortiz. I mean, I just don't. I don't think like why would Keyshawn be trying to fight Devin right now? You got 14 fights. I mean, if he wants to fight Devin, he can fight Devin. I'm not saying I'm against the fight. I'm just asking some questions. Dev about to hug Key to a UD. I just think it's a lot of talking. It's a lot of empty promises. Hold on, y'all. All right, there go the link. But I don't know. It's hard to pay attention to these guys, to be honest with y'all, because they just be being like hypocrites, and it's annoying. And speaking of hypocrites, let's talk about y'all favorite fighter, Terrence T. Bud Crawford, who's also a part of the active squad. 2 snaps and around the world, girl.
Was I being too loud?
Mm-hmm.
Peace, 2 Cent. Peace, chat.
Yo,
What's
What up,
going on?
everybody? We got here for boxing, Blaze P for P, and Paid in Full on the panel. What up, y'all?
What's going
what
on,
up?
Queen?
I'm glad Blaze up here because I could probably clarify what I'm saying in the comments so we be on the same page.
Yep,
All
most
right,
definitely.
let me
So
say
I'm
this.
not I'm not I'm not scared. Am I? Do I got the floor? 2 Cent.
Yeah, go ahead. What's your two
Okay.
cents? What you got
Yeah,
for the
yeah.
show?
Real quick, I was just saying to Blaze in the comments that in my opinion, after the fight where Keyshawn beat Jermaine Ortiz, the ring guy asked him like, "So who do you want next?" And he was like, "Devin Haney, all tough." I was like, "All right, cool. You want Devin Haney next? Okay, you got to move up." Then the next day or a day or two later, he's on the internet. Well, he's in an interview talking about, "Oh, I could stay at 140 and dominate. I got options, or I could go fight Lewis Crocker." Well, if they ask you who you want next, don't say Devin Haney because you don't want Devin Haney next. You're clout chasing.
Yeah, I agree.
That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying that Keyshawn. I don't have Keyshawn. I know Keyshawn know he not ready. But if you don't want him next, don't say I want him next. That's just it's silly and it's not
It's
being
cloud
talked about
chasing.
enough.
Man, that's all they
Yeah.
do. Listen, all them guys got the same PR person. Clearly, they run the same play every time. Call out somebody, then say somebody else's name. It's just
And
manipulation
I
of
just
confusion.
I just feel like it ain't really being talked about enough, especially with all the other shenanigans between him and Shakur. Like, bro, ain't nobody want to hear about your brotherhood no more. Fight or one of
Right.
y'all to move.
No, I agree.
Paid in full. What's your two cents? What you got for the show?
Uh, yeah, I think that no, Tucson, you were right. Keith Thurman had a torn bicep as well. That's why he pulled out of the first fight.
My bad.
Um, and after and now Pandora has a torn bicep. So it's 2 niggas in the ring with torn biceps. So I don't know. I would have to just, if I was you, I would bet like live bet just because I think that'd be more safer opposed to, you know what I'm saying, putting a bet on that and then you
On that
fuck around and
KO.
lose your money. Yeah, yeah. So
Man, that live bet be crazy. That live bet be crazy. You be
it
$100,
do, it do.
like $3. You be like, what?
Man.
The
Nah, for real. And another thing was, I don't know if you heard or not, but Tank Warrant or whatever got taken away. Uh, I guess they came up with a solution and gave him a summons or whatever to make it to,
oh
you know what
yeah,
I'm
I heard that.
saying, with
His
that
warrant got out.
situation. That and yeah, it's a lot of niggas that's you know what I'm saying, that was switching sides, and all of a sudden niggas want to take up for the nigga. Um,
Man,
Man, it's crazy. It's crazy. That's why I said in situations like that, it's always just best to stay neutral. Just because you don't never know which way it's gonna go. Um, and that's pretty much all I got. I don't really got too much. I'm glad that Earl is back. If he's seriously coming back, I'm happy about that. But who is his trainer?
somebody said Breadman. Honestly, I've heard Roy Jones several times, but then I'm hearing this Breadman. So I
Okay,
hope it's just not. I don't care who it is. I just hope it ain't Roy Jones. To be honest with you.
right, facts. No, I
Um,
agree.
Blaze P for P. What's your 2 cents? What you got for the show? Blaze, you there? We can't hear you if you're talking, Blaze. All right. I can't hear Blaze. Blaze, you might have to go out. Do y'all hear Blaze?
No, I don't hear him now.
Okay. Okay, you're gonna have to go out and come back in. So, real quick, I want to talk about this thing with Terrence Crawford, right? I just think it's crazy. And then people always be like, you hate no Terrence. And I'm like, no, I just gotta point this out to y'all. Did Terrence Crawford and his team, Bernie the Bottom, not put out that he would come back for $100 million? Did they not put that out there in the public?
Yeah, they did.
And so now, for some reason, everybody keeps asking Terrence Crawford will he come back for $100 million, and he keeps saying no. And I'm like, okay, Terrence, so you put it out in the public, you would come back for $100 million, just so when people ask you, you could say no, you're not gonna come back for $100 million. Like, I don't
Can
understand
I
the
can
game.
can I can I ask you a question?
Hold on, let me play this real
Okay,
quick. Let me
I'm
play this
sorry.
real quick.
Away from $100 million contract white.
Yeah, for sure.
It's just not worth it.
It's not. It's not worth going through the training camp and the breakdown and all that stuff. It's not. It's not. Like my body then got broke down way more in training camp than in a fight.
And just a couple of boxing questions.
And that's fine, Terrence Crawford, if you feel like that. But it's already been put out that you didn't come back because they didn't give you $100 million for the Canelo rematch. Bernie the Boxer already sat on there and was like, "Oh, for $100 million," and then only for now you want to run around here every time somebody asks you, "Would you come back for $100 million?" and be like, "No," because like, come on, man, it's just like, why are you doing that? Do you want more
What
than
was that?
$100 million? Is that your point?
Was that before or after the Canelo fight? Was that after?
This was after. This is recent.
I mean, maybe he changed his mind, looked at his money, thought about how his body felt, and was like, "Nah, I'm cool. Never mind."
Then why? That's my thing. But you can't, like, this the issue, bro. Like, how can you say a nigga ain't got integrity when you already put it out there that you would come back for $100 million, and
Did
then
he
now
say?
you
Did he
saying
say
something?
that, or the people around him say that?
No, he said that.
I
He
don't
said
know.
that. Then he
Okay.
backtracked.
Oh no, hold on.
Okay.
I got the video. I got the video.
Yeah, I didn't hear it. So if you got the video, I'd love to hear it.
Blaze, what you got?
I still can't hear him.
We
I
still
can't
can't
hear
hear
him
you.
either.
You on mute, Blaze. Unmute yourself. Now talk. Nah,
Go
bro, we
away,
can't hear
bro.
you. I don't know. I don't know
Yeah, I
what you
can't
got
hear
going
them.
on, Blaze.
He might have to leave, like, because when I be on frequent channels, sometimes I have to leave and come back because he can't hear me.
Normally we won't have no issues over here.
Yeah, it'd be weird. My joint be weird sometimes.
Hold on, y'all. Give me 1 second. Trying to get Blaze. Blaze, you there? We still can't hear you, Blaze. I think that's on your end.
Yeah.
I don't know what you got going on, Blaze. Give me a second, child. Y'all go ahead. Panel open.
Oh, y'all got it. Y'all cook.
But I was just pointing that out. This. Man, this and why is everybody asking you? Every interview you do, now they asking if you would come back for 100 million. It's just weird to me.
I think because they really want to see if he really retired or not, like to see what he'll say. But I don't care what Bud say. Bud my favorite fighter in the world. But I think he would come back for 100 million. I think he would. I think he would do another camp for a winnable fight for another 100 million. I think if the rematch is Canelo for 100 million, he know he could beat him. He'll come back for that. I wish he hadn't have said that because I really think he would. Now he boxed himself in.
That's what I'm saying. Like
Right.
you out here capping like that.
Now you got to do it for 200.
You already on tape saying you would come back. I gotta find
Yeah.
this video. But I'm just saying, like you're already on tape
Now, Stop
saying you
trying,
would
stop
come
trying to
back.
expose my guy. I believe you.
What y'all think about the Virgil Boots deal being done?
I'm glad. I'm glad. Now that nigga, he finna get his ass whooped. I told you it's finna be the easiest fight in Boots' career. Finna
Yeah,
beat the fuck out of that
I
man.
don't know why everybody think it's just like Virgil's just gonna be like this tough. It's like gonna be Villa times 10.
Yeah. Out of all them lies them niggas done put out on that man, he finna beat the shit out of Vergil.
It's gonna be a good fight. It's gonna be a good fight.
For as long as it lasts. I don't got no faith in that nigga.
I think Boots is gonna be forced to fight. He gonna have to fight. I'm not saying he won't or can't, but it's different when
What
you
you
have
mean he
to.
gonna be forced to? No, Virgil not gonna force him. If anything,
I
Virgil's
think
gonna be
Virgil
forced to
I
fight.
think Virgil gonna press the action.
That'll be dumb.
Mm.
I think that's his
And that's
only way to
and
win.
that's why it's a bad style matchup
The
because
only
that's
way
how you're
the,
gonna get your ass whooped.
the only way Virgil gonna win is on the inside. He ain't gonna win from the outside. You gotta fight him on the inside. You gotta try to make it rough. You gotta bully him. You gotta try to bully him. You can't stand outside and
Who
box
you
him.
seen Virgil bully?
I'm not saying that I've seen him bully anybody, but I'm saying he started moving forward on Madrimal, but he did it later on. I think he went to start
Madrimov
sooner.
smaller though.
Yeah, but I think he went to start sooner with Boots because how else do you beat him? You can't box him from range. You're gonna get killed.
Yes, you
He's
do.
gonna have to get inside. He's gonna have to make it ugly. He's gonna make it dirty.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna have to make Boots uncomfortable.
I don't see it.
And I've
That
never seen
you're the first person to tell me how Virgil has a shot of beating Boots,
well,
and even with
well,
that, that's not something he even do. So
well.
you're
I'm not.
basically saying
Well,
Virgil
I'm
can do something he
I'm
won't
from
do.
Philly. I'm from Philly, so I'm rolling with Boots 100,000%. But I can't be naive and let where I'm from blind me from the ways that the other guy can win. You know what I'm saying? So I think Virgil has avenues to win, but I think his avenues are a little more crowded than Boots's will be. I only think Virgil only really has one way to win. Boots got three or four.
Yeah, exactly. He
But
gonna have to fight.
if Boots can make it, I mean, if Virgil can make it rough, I mean, Boots been hit. We know Boots gets hit. I mean, the way he fights, he's willing to take one to give you two or three. I don't know if you can do that with Virgil for a long period of time.
Yeah, I think he gonna beat him. I think he gonna beat his ass with a jab. Not just to keep Virgil on the outside, because
Mhm.
Virgil 9 times out of 10 want to get on the inside. So I think Boots gonna keep him on the outside.
It's gonna be a lot of movement, a lot of angles, a lot of
Yeah,
jabbing. It's
facts.
gonna be a lot of that. Virgil's going to want
Virgil
me.
not gonna be able to keep up with his footwork,
That's why he going to chase him and stalk him. He going to chase after him.
and he gonna walk right into shit.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure. And Bush is going
Man,
to
it's
keep
gonna
that
be
chin
bad.
tuck.
It's gonna be bad.
I don't think it's going to be Shakur Teal bad, but I don't think it's going to be, I don't think it's going to be
He's gonna
bad.
do him worse than Villa.
You think so?
Yeah, I think so.
Ooh.
Because
I hope.
Virgil's slow. Virgil's slow, y'all. I
Shit.
think
I
Virgil.
hope you're right.
Look, it will say laterals, angles, internal.
Yeah.
Lateral angles, internal.
But like I said to you in the comments a little while ago, I said I just hate that this fight is happening with nothing on the line other than like bragging rights and a win. This is a title fight. This is a mega fight. And I just hate how the conversation about who ducked went so far that there was like both sides had to prove it wasn't them. So now y'all fighting for nothing. Like in 2 years, if y'all would have both had a belt in a year or so, bro, this is a mega fight. I don't think it's a mega fight.
But you got to understand, Virgil's intention was clearly never to get a belt.
I mean, even if one of them got a belt, at least we're fighting for something. You know what I mean? Like even if it was just for one single belt, I just hate that it's for
Right.
nothing. I hate that it's for nothing.
Nah, it's not for nothing for sure.
I
It's
mean,
definitely
you
not
you
for
know they
nothing.
get money, but I think if you bring at least one belt to the equation, I think there's more money on the line.
The
Yeah, I
belt,
think they.
to me, it doesn't do anything for me. A belt or no
But
belt, to
when
be
I
honest.
think when you hear it announced as a world championship fight, it changes everything. You know what I mean? It's like this is for the gold. Like somebody leaving here with something.
Uh,
So, I mean, I hate that it's so soon, but I mean, here we are. It is what it is. There's no turning back.
yeah. I mean, but shit, how much longer can you wait? Everybody was saying Virgil the only option Boots got. That's the only person he can fight. He need to prove himself. He need to do this. He need to do that.
I wanted Boots to get Jermel. I wanted Boots and Charlo to be a fighter. That's what I was hoping for would happen.
Well, they definitely wasn't gonna fight next though,
I mean, I couldn't see why it couldn't happen.
because Jamel
Boots,
been at the ring too long. He gonna have to get a tune up and some more shit. He not just about to come and hop in the ring with Boots. That's crazy.
he what, 30, what, 6, 37? I mean, time is limited.
Yeah, but you still need a tune up.
Yeah.
He
But
definitely
I
still need
mean,
it.
but I mean, I'm only going off when Mel started calling everybody out. He was like, "I fight Boots next. I fight Boots." I'm like, "All right, well, if you want him next, then fight him next."
Yeah, I know.
So
I
I mean,
thought he was on. I think he was on bullshit. I don't think he was ready to fight, especially not no first fight coming back, bro. You asking to get your ass whooped.
I
unless he
don't
need
think
the
he
money,
meant like literally
unless he
next,
need the
like right
money,
this second.
unless he need the money that bad.
I
That's what
doubt
Spence
that.
said. He calling. No, that's what Spence said. He said he only calling them out because of money.
But I mean, Spence said he only called him out for because of money. Why else the hell? Of course, Spence, I'm calling you out because of money. I've already unified I came back to the same division I was undisputed in. So do y'all think I'm here to go undisputed again, or am I here to get big money fights? That's why I don't understand
Right,
why people keep saying that about Charlo.
I
Like,
think
what else the hell is he supposed to be doing? Yes, he's trying to get big money fights. That's the point he is at in his career. He's
I
already been undisputed, and he came back to the same division.
I
right,
agree, but at this point in your career, at this point in your age, at this point where Errol is, like, do you want to fight him or do you need to fight him? And for me, I think there's a difference there. Like, if you need to fight him, it's because the money. If you want to fight him, there's another reason. If you want to fight him, maybe it's over Derek James, the treatment of, or whatever he perceives as a treatment of. I don't know, but I just think at this point, I think it's kind of weird that Jamel is calling Errol out. I don't like it.
I think they've
mm,
always said they would fight each other, and I mean,
I mean, at this
just like,
age,
but
at
just
this,
like Earl said, Terrence gone, Canelo gone. Like who else? If my goal is to get big money fights at 54, who I'm gonna call out? I'm gonna call out Boots. I'm gonna call out Virgil. I'm gonna call out Earl. He doing exactly what he's supposed to be doing. And as far as do he want to fight or need to fight, that really doesn't matter. But
but
I,
if I think it does a little because they had a personal relationship. You know, what I mean, it's a little more there than just two guys that you just threw together.
but they've
There's
always said they would fight each other if the money right. They've
yeah.
always said that. They not like tag team champions of the world, Keyshawn and or Stevenson dressing alike with matching tongue rings.
the
They're not
unified
doing all that.
the unified champions of the world.
The unified boxing champions of the world tag team. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. You know, I don't know. I feel like at this point in where Errol has been through, the accidents and the Crawford fight and stuff like that. To me, I think it's a little cheesy that Charlo would now want to try to do that with him. You know what I mean? Because I would favor Charlo by a mile in a fight with them too. I
Mm,
think I ain't gonna say cherry picking, but I think he's definitely picking, like he's picking and choosing. I don't think he wants this. I think he needs it.
I don't know what that means. I don't know why you keep saying that.
Well, because I'm saying wants it like for whatever personal reasons, but I'm saying the need is the money, the want is other reasons outside of money. Like maybe it's because he don't like the situation with you and Derek James. Maybe something personal happened
I
between
don't. That's
them
what I'm telling
that,
you.
that he want to get off his
I don't
chest.
think he care about none of that shit. He just calling out the people that he could get big money fights with.
Yeah, but Bud was there and he ain't want to fight Bud. He could have got I think he could have pushed for the Bud fight or tried to pretend he wanted. He never pretended he wanted it.
Exactly. So why would he pretend he won any other fight?
Because I'm saying that's the big money fight, but that's why I'm saying he's picking and choosing. Because respectfully, I think Bud would have beat the shit out of Charlo. So he's
But
picking
Bud
and
is
choosing. So if it's about big money, Bud was the biggest money fight for
but
Jermell
Bud
Charlo.
is not there. We talking about right now. We talking about
But
right
I'm
now
saying,
who's
but just
available.
in its totality, because Jermell has been calling names out for a while. He even said Bud name one time, but I'm saying if it's about getting his money, I don't think
But
Bud
at
name.
what point was Charlo gonna fight Bud when Bud fought Madrimov and then he started chasing Canelo around and begging him for a fight?
He ain't begging for a fight. Don't do that.
When was
Don't
he
do
supposed to
that.
fight him?
Don't do that. He ain't begging for no fight. Challenge him to one. Don't do that.
Challenge.
I think
It
that
all depends on your perspective.
I forgot when the window was, but there was a vague window. It was after Spence. I'm sorry, it was after Spence that fight could have happened. There was a big window because the fight was in July, but then Bud and Madrimov didn't fight until August. So there was a lot of time, especially with the way Bud was disrespecting him ringside in the middle of the fight. That man, listen, Charlo a better man than me because we'd have had to fight that night.
Well, I guess he didn't want to fight
So
Bud. So speaking of the fighters that's available right now, it would only
yeah,
make sense for him to call him out if he was trying to get a quote unquote big money fight.
yeah.
But let's see. Shakur Stevenson, what you think gonna be next for Shakur? Oh wait, let me find this. What do y'all think about this whole Devin Haney going to fight Xander Zayat situation? First of all, I
I think
think Devin's not going to go to 154 pounds, but we can live in fantasy lollipop land and entertain the conversation because what Bill said on the Boxing Voice made absolutely no sense. Let me see if I can find it. And I don't understand how Bill say this stuff and then people just run with it like y'all under hypnosis or something.
well, because I'm not Boost. Bill has mastered the algorithm, and I know some people may not agree, but Bill knows what to say and when to say it, and he knows what buttons to push, and he knows exactly when to push them. Because we sitting here talking about it right now. And he's a master promoter of his son, and he doesn't get enough credit because people don't like him. But if we could remove personal feelings, Bill know what he doing.
Does he?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, look at how I'll give an example. Look at how after what happened with Ryan Garcia and Devin, look at how Bill loved his son, took care of his son, made sure his son was cool. Look at what happens when other fighters lose. Look at when Tio loses, and look at when Brian Norman lose. Look how their dads act compared to how Bill acts, like how Bill really acts. I think that it's a dynamic that's not really appreciated because of the blind people are blinded by the dislike. Bill knows what buttons to push on every level. He knows how to get the job done.
Don't nobody gotta appreciate you because you a good father,
I'm
nigga.
not
What
saying
the
no.
fuck
I'm
you
not saying
doing?
that. I'm talking about as a boxing. I'm talking about as a boxing personality, as somebody in the game. Like I'm not saying I don't give fish credit for swimming or birds credit for flying. Like it's your job to be a dad. But I'm talking about as far as how he handles his son's career and he knows what to say and when to say it and how to say it, and it gets the people talking.
It
He's a
really just
master.
gets the Henny fans talking because don't nobody else believe that shit
Well,
but
you
them.
brought it up.
I
You
know
brought it.
because I got Haney fans on here,
You know what I'm saying you,
and I
but yeah.
and,
So,
and I'm
but
just
it's
trying to get
always
everybody opinion.
when Bill talks, the people listen to Cent. The people stop what they doing and they listen. You
That
ain't gotta
nigga be
like
on
it.
bullshit.
You know
He
what I'm
be
saying? You
lying
ain't
his
got.
ass off.
I'm gonna
All
say
right,
you ain't gotta like it, but you go and listen.
now listen to Bill. Bill is good. No, listen, I like Bill. I'm a fan of Bill, and I like how he can make you feel like he's saying something to you, and then after the conversation, you be like, "What the
Yeah,
hell did Bill say? He didn't say nothing. He didn't
that
answer
nigga
not
was.
one question I asked. He didn't say
Yup,
nothing. Like he didn't say not one thing. Listen to what Bill
he a
said,
pimp
and
walking through the
and
park.
Big Hanos clan heard this and started running around and saying Devin is about to go to 154 pounds and unify and fight for two belts against Xander Zayas. Fuck everybody else at 154. He about to go up there and fight for two belts.
I mean, but
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying
Yeah,
about the
Xander's
mastering that.
food. Listen,
Food?
But
he's food.
Damn.
He's food. Listen,
Come on,
he's
Bill.
food.
Bill, watch
No,
the
no,
fight
listen,
first, man. That
listen.
man
Okay,
shows some
okay.
Now,
courage.
y'all know I agree with Bill. How long I've been telling y'all Xander's food?
I think you're the worst champion at 54. I always
yeah,
said
he
that.
is. He the worst champion, I think.
I'm not gonna say he's the worst champion. I don't even think he's a bad fighter. I
He
just think
greenest.
in the division he's food. I'm not saying he's a bad fighter, but
Yeah.
he's food in that division. But anyway, let's go.
run you out the block. Let's talk serious.
The reason why he's down on the list is because you guys didn't do a great job, you in the country and you and everybody putting it on the forefront that he's fighting. Do a little bit more because I'm helping out with pushing him to the list because he would make a 4-division champion. He's a lineal champion and he deserves that. But don't talk that bullshit about nothing. He's food to us, but he's a great fighter. But all of it is food when you're on your way and you have the skill set that Devin has. So he made the honorable mention list. So pipe down on all the other stuff that you're talking about. When you make the honorable mention list, you make it because you're food to us, right? And you have to prove that you're not. The man Xander is food. Listen, he's food.
That man said absolutely nothing. What did Bill just say, y'all?
Are you kidding me? You ain't hear what he said?
He didn't hear for boxing.
He said,
so could you explain it to me?
He told Xander, you are on the watch list. You are on notice. You've been put on notice that the next fight you win that's big, we on your ass. So we watching how you moving because you about to enter the hit list. Right now you on standby, but get ready, nigga, because we coming for you. That's what he told him.
That man said absolutely nothing.
Come on, you just don't like him, yo.
No, it's not. No, I do like Bill. Hold on, stop. Don't do that. I like Bill. I don't know why you keep saying I don't like him.
You're not being fair here. He ain't say a whole lot of nothing. He said
this is what. Let me tell you what Bill just did to you. You fell right into it.
Oh my God.
He said all of that nothing, and you just came up with what you came up with out of it, and then you're gonna go run with that when. He didn't say anything here for boxing. You just got that out of what he said. That's what he does. He's not going to say
exactly what he said.
And then you're going to come up with this conclusion, and you think that's what he said.
He said you didn't. Look, he said you didn't make. He said you didn't make the hit list yet, but you're on your way. Keep winning, and we want you next. You're on the list.
Well, what I find funny is
it took him that long to say that here for boxing.
He a slick talker.
Man,
it ain't that he talking too fast. Y'all listening too slow.
I don't talk.
But what I find funny is it's okay for him to go up there. He could fight Xander up there, but he can't fight Boots at 152.
Boots wasn't a champion. Devin wants champions. We know this. Dev wants
Boots wasn't a champion.
Boots was not a champion at 152. That's another vacating.
That's another narrative we got to stop with. This acting like Devin only can fight champions. No fighter only fights champions. Like, y'all stop that. There's no fighter that only fights champions. Even Devin doesn't only fight champions.
When you position yourself to call
no fighter only fights champions.
I mean, that devil fight is mandatories as well. But I mean, if his mandatory is not there's no mandatory for him at the moment or whatever the case is, then why not pursue a unification?
Because, bro, it doesn't work like that. Do you know how long it took Errol Spence to unify the 47 division here for boxing?
Keyshawn and Shakur both wouldn't bring a championship belt to 47, but Dev will fight them next.
Do you know how long it took for Errol Spence to unify the 47 division?
Over the course of him collecting 3 belts?
Yes.
I don't have a timeline, no. Not in front of me.
Do you think that he fought champion after champion after champion?
No, but I mean, to be fair, Devin and Bill, again, this is what I'm talking about Bill. Bill has managed his career masterfully to put him in position to call these shots, to make these decisions. And the people with the money are going to back the play because they want championship fights.
Can you name me a fighter that fought champion after champion after champion?
Devin Haney.
Devin Haney's never fought champion after champion after champion.
He's doing it now. That's what he's trying to do.
He's not doing. That's what I'm telling you. Nobody does that here for boxing. Y'all keep drinking the Kool-Aid. Nobody's fighting.
It's not that I'm drinking the Kool-Aid, but I have reason.
It doesn't work like that. It simply doesn't work like that here.
Well, I have reason to believe that Devin is doing that because even like homie just brought up fighting Boots at 52. Well, he's like, I'm not fighting at 52 because I just fought at 43 or 44, whatever it was. Why would I just jump to 52 without even stopping at 47? But Devin said, I'll fight him at 47 for his championship. And Boots was like, I'm not staying at 47 anymore. So it just all went away. It was all about nothing.
So Devin Haney can't fight nobody unless it's for a belt or it's a mandatory.
I'm not saying that it got to be either one, but I think that I can't get mad at him for pursuing other champions. Because how do you know you're the best?
Hold on, time out. Why do y'all do that? Nobody's mad.
I'm not saying that's Philly lingo. That's Philly lingo. I'm saying I can't get mad at him. I'm not saying you are. It's just Philly lingo.
I just want to say for the record, Canelo fought champion after champion.
Who?
Crawford at the end of his career, fought champion after champion. So fighters have fought champions after champions.
Yeah, Bud fought 3 in a
We're
row.
not saying it's impossible. I'm saying it's not. It's just not. They go back to back to doing
I
that.
said, how often does that happen? Is what I asked you.
I mean, you know, Haney might be a once in a generational talent, so that's why it don't happen that often.
Well, I will see, but to me, everything is you can't fight nobody because everybody got to have a belt to
But
fight you.
I think when you constantly win and you collect belts and you do things like that and you show the willingness to fight, like I know a lot of people who don't like Devin will tell us it's smoke and mirrors, but I have every reason to believe that Devin will fight whoever's available. And if it just so happens that a champion is available, I'm going to call the champion out.
But why do we want?
I
Why do
can't
we?
fault.
What did this? What I don't understand. Why do we want to see Devin move like Tank and fight nobody instead of fighting the best after the best after the best?
It's not that we want to see you fight nobody. It's that you keep acting like you can't fight nobody unless they have a belt. Like it's always they ain't got no belt. They ain't got no belt. So it's like, Devin, who are you gonna fight then? You already keep saying all the champions are ducking you. So who are you gonna fight?
Well, we got to. Well,
That's what I'm saying. That's
well,
the point that I'm trying to make.
well,
Like we acting like Devin can't fight nobody unless they a champion, and I'm saying the shit don't work like that.
So
You
can
don't
you
have
tell
to
me?
have a belt to fight Devin Haney. Like
Well,
So
I'm just
can
saying
can
that
you?
if Devin was the only fight champions, that is to be applauded. That is
That's
to be
honorable.
commended.
y'all missing y'all getting y'all going off. Hold on.
I understand what you're saying, but since you want to say that, can I ask you 2 cents? Who should he fight at 147 then?
Who's available?
You tell me, because you don't want him to fight Lewis Crocker, Rolly, or whoever the other champion is,
No,
Barrios.
the Haney fans are telling me that all
No,
the champions are
let's
no.
leave it.
Hold on.
Let's
Listen,
leave the Haney fans out of
They're
it.
no, because listen. They're telling me all the champions are ducking Devin. So I'm asking if that's the case, who is he gonna fight? Because
So
everybody keeps
no,
telling me you can't fight nobody. That he can't
and
fight nobody that's
and
not a
and,
champion.
and instead of putting that on Devin, no, put it on the champions who refuse to fight him, and ask them why they won't fight him instead of asking Devin, well, who else you gonna fight? No,
It
make
doesn't
them
matter
explain it.
why.
Make
Listen,
them explain it. Why Devin got to
but
explain
this
it?
is the thing. The explanation doesn't matter. They don't want to fight him, so their
But they
reasoning doesn't
have
matter.
to. That champions fight champions. We can't, as boxing
They
fans,
don't have to
accept.
though.
But we can't accept that. We cannot accept that.
What do you mean? What you want us to do? Go put a gun to their head and make them fight?
No, you speak out on it like you speaking out on Devin right now. Speak out it the same way. It's easy. Give you 2 cents. When Rolly said, "I'm not going to fight him because he's just going to sue me,"
And
man,
that's
that nigga
another
don't.
that's
Man,
another
that nigga
problem I
don't want to
have with
fight.
the Haney fans. Why do y'all keep crying about the people that don't want to fight him? That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to move the conversation
Because if you
forward
ain't going shit,
because
get off the.
crying about who
Then
not gonna
drop.
fight him, not gonna make them fight
Then
him.
drop the belt. Just drop the belt.
They don't have to drop the belt because they don't want to fight
If you're
Devin.
not going to unify against
It's
another champion, you got to
listen.
drop the belt. Come on,
I
2
don't
cents.
gotta.
Come on, you better
It's
than this. You
Devin
better
ain't
than
the
this. Come
only
on now.
champion though.
Come
Devin
on.
ain't the only
Then fight
champion
another.
though.
Then pursue another champion. Then.
Either way, I could pursue another champion. I'm still not about to fight Devin.
But why
So
won't you fight
who is?
Devin? Why won't you fight him?
I don't know why they won't fight him.
No,
I
you
can't
got to
answer that.
you got to tell me why a boxer won't fight another boxer. You have to tell me why.
I have no idea. You gotta go ask the boxer.
Then put it on Rolly and Crocker. Don't put it on Devin. Devin
I'm
is
not
doing
putting
his
anything
work.
on Devin. I'm
And
not
this is
putting
why,
anything on
and this
Devin.
is why I buy what Bill and Devin sell. Because when y'all do this, y'all can't really tell me why y'all don't like it.
What are you talking about?
What do you mean? What I'm talking about? We on the same page. You saying that? Oh well, if you ain't gonna fight a champion, then who you gonna fight? No, ask them champions why they ain't trying to fight other champions.
Does it matter though?
Yes, it matters because the best should be
Why?
fighting the best.
Why?
And
Why
if
does
you
it
the
matter?
best guy in the division, you should be seeking out the second best guy to prove he ain't better than you.
Bro, but if they're
Yo,
not, listen, if they're not gonna fight him, whatever you talking about, that shit don't matter.
Then they need
They
to
can
drop the
fight
belt.
each other. No, they can fight each other. Devin ain't the only champion. They can fight each other, bro. Like, what is you talking about? See, y'all keep, and this is
Right.
my point I'm trying to make. Y'all keep trying to act like this shit revolve around Devin.
Devin, it don't.
Y'all, the issue with the belts is they're too political. And then when the belts start politicking, niggas want to get up here and cry. What do you want to fight? Or what? No, listen, it's a political game with the belt.
No, don't give me
I'm
that.
telling
You have to
y'all.
tell me why as a champion you don't want to
It,
unify. The goal of every championship is to be to
it
have all
don't.
those belts so there is no dispute who the champion is. And how do we do that?
Honestly,
We
bro,
collect belts.
them belts is watered down, bro. No lie, that shit is watered down.
Whatever's clever, they're there. And you got it. If you ain't gonna if you ain't gonna defend that belt against another champion, drop it.
But they can defend the belt against another champion. It doesn't have to be Devin.
Then fight
Yeah.
him. then get it done. But if one is calling you out and he's calling both of y'all, like, look, I'll fight either one of y'all. How we mad at him for that, but not at the niggas who both saying no,
Because
no,
the
no,
nigga
no,
know he
no.
can't fight. Because the nigga know he can't fight him, bro. These niggas know what deals is going on right now. I'm tired of y'all acting like y'all fucking don't, bro.
Why ain't
Everybody
no
know
deal? Come
Conor
on,
being.
let's
Hey,
come on,
hey,
let's
I
keep
let
it
you speak.
clean,
I
bro.
let you speak. I let you speak, bro. I let you speak. Calm down. Connor Ben is fighting Rolly. We know Ryan is fighting Barrios. Lewis Crocker, go make a fight with him. If he can't, you might have to sign with Eddie. He's not clearly signed with Eddie. Sometimes he has to put himself in situations where he can get the fights. He's not
Yeah,
aligned with anybody. He's still a free agent. That's the
yeah.
problem people keep saying. You keep saying he's going to fight Xander. Xander came out today and said he's already negotiating with Josh Kelly. So that fight is off the building. So let's get his eye. You want to know who he can fight? He can go fight Keyshawn. He can fight Karen. He can fight Stanion. He can fight Blair Flick. He can fight anybody else. Go fight a contender. Just because he's not fighting a champion, he might have to wait. So he's not going to get every fight. No one's mad at Devin not getting a fight. But y'all can't be forcing these niggas to make a fight because maybe they don't see the benefit in fighting Devin right now. So
Right.
it doesn't
Oh, make
matter.
so
Y'all
taking
keep
his
making
belt,
say
taking
Okay,
his
he
belt
then,
can't
ain't
take
if
his
enough.
that's a
belt.
fact, if
Taking
that's a
his belt
fact,
ain't enough. Y'all niggas crazy. Y'all some fucking
if
haters.
that's a fact, I don't
Hold
want to
on,
hear
hold
anybody
on, hold
complain
on.
about. If that what you guys are trying to go with, I don't want to hear anybody complain about Shakur and Keisha not fighting. If that's what you
Yo,
guys
that's
want to
the
keep on saying.
craziest shit I ever
This
heard
the
in my life.
craziest
That
work
shit
I've
don't
ever
make no
heard.
sense,
Like,
Yeah,
bro.
so
oh
if you
my,
guys gonna keep
oh
on
Oh
my
saying
my
God,
that
bro.
you don't have to fight
man.
nobody, then don't complain about Shakur and Keisha not fighting
I'm
ever
not
again.
saying
Listen,
that. Time out, time out,
this
time
is the
out. Let me say
craziest
this.
work
No,
I've
no,
ever
let me
heard.
say this because y'all are y'all are missing the whole point at what's being said because y'all being I don't know what y'all being.
No, what it
This is
is
what I'm
Devin makes
saying.
Tank fans
Tony,
nervous.
you gonna start talking over me, Tony? I'm not done. I'm not done. What I'm trying to tell y'all is the whole welterweight division does not revolve around Devin Haney. And if a champion doesn't want to fight him right now or next, what else is available for him? That's all I'm saying. Y'all crying about why they don't want to fight him. The champion's the best supposed to be fighting the best. Okay, cool, but it's other shit going on clearly. The other champions, they can unify and fight each other. We don't know why they're not fighting them. Go ask them. So I'm saying since that is the case, because it doesn't matter if I sit up here and cry about how Rolly ducking them or Crocker ducking them or whatever the case may be, they're not gonna fight them. So moving past that conversation, I'm just curious who else is available at the division that we may be interested in seeing Devin Haney fight. All
All
this
I'm
other stuff
gonna
You said
y'all
it
say,
ain't
talking
all
nobody.
I'm
about,
gonna
You said it
say,
ain't
I
nobody
don't
in the
understand.
division.
Who said that?
You said that. You said ain't
I've
nobody
never
at
said that.
147.
oh,
I've
there we
never
go. Now
said
it's
that.
Or
working.
maybe that was the other dude. Somebody up here said ain't nobody at 47.
Yo, but this one, no. I don't even care about nobody else. This is what's so crazy to me. Why is it whenever Devin comes along that all the other champions? Why my mic keep going down? That's weird. Why is it that all the other champions all of a sudden get ghost and they scared to get in there? Like
Bro,
I
it's
never.
not that though.
They
It's not.
y'all
No.
talking
It
about
is
it ain't
that.
nothing
It
in
is
it
that.
for them. It's the
It is
It's
belt
that.
and
But
the
not
here's the
that.
thing
payday.
about it. Here's the
Bro,
thing
ain't
about it.
nobody finna
Hold
sell
on,
a
let
belt to
Tony
Devin
go.
and they not.
Hold
I know.
on, let
Look,
Tony
Paige, I
go.
know you get emotional when I
Go
talk.
ahead, go ahead, go ahead, bro.
But here's what it is. Devin makes Tank fans nervous. And that's
Here
what
we
y'all
go.
don't like.
What is you
Y'all like
talking about?
fighters who choose not to fight anybody, who won't get in the ring with anybody,
Bro,
and
what the
does
fuck
low
is you talking
opposition
about?
versus fighters like Devin going for the best, saying, I only want to fight the other best. I only want to fight the people at the top of the totem pole. I don't want to fight you because you have a name and nothing to come with it. I want to fight the people that have the gold. I want to be the one collecting all the gold. I want to be the best of the division. That's why y'all don't like Devin, because
Tony, bro,
Devin
what
makes
the
up
fuck
the
is you
Cook,
talking about,
nervous
cook,
bro?
when he
cook,
does
cook,
one of
nigga.
his
Let him
favorite
cook,
fighters.
nigga.
Am I
No,
speaking a
bro.
different language up here? Am I
Cook,
speaking
nigga.
English?
Cook, Tony.
Hold on,
Go
let
off,
me
It's
let me
Tony.
get
what
this
it
super
is.
chat.
That's all it is. That's what it's
Okay,
all
Tony.
This
gonna
sound like
be.
a whole bunch of soft ass shit, bro. Like I
Let me
don't
get this.
understand.
We the
Why y'all
soft
bring
ones
up
because we want
Tank?
these
Y'all
niggas
just
Hold
to
bringing up
on.
fight.
soft ass shit.
Hold on.
We
Man,
Let me
want
stop
get
these
yelling,
niggas to
bro.
fight.
Stop
What are you
yelling,
here.
nigga.
talking
Stop
about?
Here for
yelling,
We the
nigga.
boxing.
ones calling for
Stop
these niggas
yelling.
to fight.
Hold on,
Stop
y'all.
yelling, nigga.
Here for
Stop
boxing.
yelling,
You
cause
can
I'm gonna
hear
get
me, bro.
loud
You
too.
nobody else. No,
My
no, I'm gonna
bad,
kick
too,
both of
Cent. But this
y'all off
nigga
mute.
crazy. He's silly.
Listen, because I don't know
You
what y'all
was
talking about. Let me get this cash app and let me let Rick in here because y'all going off on a tangent. Like I'm not understanding what's so hard about this conversation. Shout out to Gap 2 Games with the $1.99 in the super chat. He says, was he this passionate when they was ducking boots? Shout out to Gap 2 Games. Rick Timms, what's your 2 cents? What you got for the show?
Oh wow! Hey, I'm gonna switch gears a little bit off
Wait,
the.
hold on. I think I got one. I
I
got one
kind of
more.
want to get on this too
Okay.
because y'all.
Let me get Big Dog Willie. My bad, Rick. Curtis
All right,
Robinson,
cool.
$5 in the super chat. He says they both been out of the ring for a minute, so they both really have to adjust round by round. Shout out Curtis. All right, Big Dog Willie, what you got for the show? And before you come on here, did you hear what I'm actually trying to
I
talk?
heard you saying. I heard what you said. I heard you said. But my whole thing is this. I know Devin fans. They think if you call you out, they're ducking them if you don't want to fight them right away. I understand that. So that's one thing. But on the other hand, they are kind of right. If he wants you want to fight the best in your division. If somebody literally said they're not going to fight you, that is on some bullshit. Especially if you're a champion in that division. Now, them trying to pull up other fighters or pull down other fighters to fight them, saying they're ducking, that's bullshit. But they're in the division, that's legitimate. And one thing about this, another thing is, I don't want to hear anybody saying, especially, I don't want to say anybody else on the panel. I'm not saying it's you 2 Cent, but if you're going to say it's okay for them not to fight Devin if they're in their division. And he said Keyshawn, and okay. no, let me finish. If Keyshawn and Shakur don't want to fight, you're blaming them or you're criticizing for them not fighting, then you shouldn't criticize. Then you should be okay with happening.
Let him talk because he making sense. Shut the
bro. She didn't say that, nigga.
Yo,
You
watch
shut the
your
fuck
mouth,
up,
nigga. Shut your
bro.
bitch
You
ass
tripping,
up.
bro.
Shut your bitch ass.
Let me put y'all in timeout for a hot second. Go ahead, Big Dog Willie.
So what I'm saying is that you shouldn't be okay with the person in champion, the two champions or the champions in 147 to do the same thing as Shakur and Tank. I mean Shakur and Keyshawn. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, let me say this real quick, and then I'm gonna let Rick go, and then I'm gonna let Dondrick say something, and then it's gonna be on CN. I don't. The whole you shouldn't be okay. And listen, guys, I hear y'all. They don't want to fight them. They should be trying to unify. I'm not saying, I didn't say nobody was wrong. I didn't say nothing was okay. I'm saying since that is the case, that's all I'm saying. Since that is the case, for whatever reason, they ducking, they don't want to fight, they doing this, they doing that. We cannot sit on here and cry about who's ducking and who don't want to fight him right now. So since that is the case, looking at the landscape of 147-pound division, is there anybody else that you guys would be interested in seeing Devin fighting? That is the simple question that I'm asking. Rick Timms, what's your 2 cents? What you got for the show?
All right, look, hey, I don't know if Dondrick or Sin want to continue to discuss Devin because I want to talk about Errol. So if they want to keep the Devin going, they can go before me and I can wait.
Okay, I just want to say one thing.
I get it out the way real quick. Hold on, let me get it out of the way real quick.
Go ahead.
What I would say is, if Devin can't get the fight, one thing he can do is go fight all of their mandatories. The niggas who in line, go whoop their ass. So now you could take their interim belts like David Benavidez did. Go take those interim belts from them. Say, go talk to the sanctions about it because you know they'll love a fee. They love the money. Go take their mandatories. So now they have no way unless they're gonna drop the belt. You feel?
Not even that though.
There you go.
Not
I
even
agree
that
with
though,
that.
bro.
I agree with that right
like
there, 100%.
A lot of these promoters not just gonna get a fighter to Devin without having him under contract, bro. So you could just take their belt and dip. I think it's more of a political game. I don't think it's that motherfuckers don't want to fight Devin. I think it's more of a political game.
But he openly, openly said he didn't want to fight him. We were talking about Rolly. Oh, Rolly openly said he didn't want to fight him.
Why you think that is? You think it was him saying that, or you think it's somebody
no,
behind
Rolly
him telling
said
him
that. Rolly said that.
Do you
what
think it's him? Listen to the question. Do you think it's him saying that, or you think somebody behind him is saying it?
Why would Rolly listen to him? Anybody else in the side? You guys get on. You guys get on for people saying things all the time. Rolly
Bro,
said,
you don't
"I
make
don't
that
want to
excuse
fight
if
Devin
you
Haney
feel
because I don't
saying
want
it.
to get. I don't
Hold
want to
on, but
get
this is
sued.
what
I
I'm
don't want to
saying.
get sued.
Listen,
Like, what's that?
listen.
Come on,
And
man.
this is what I'm saying because every time we had this conversation, it always falls back to crying about who ducking Devin. And that's why I said, even though all of that is the case, because Rolly not gonna fight
Can,
him. What y'all want us to?
all right,
What you want? You want us
can I
to?
answer you? Tucson, can I answer you?
I'm gonna let Sin go.
Okay, I
And
got a
then
really quick. I got a really quick answer. I promise.
go ahead here for boxing. Then it's on Sin. Then it's
Really
on.
quick, 10 seconds. There's nobody at really 147 to fight but the champions because it's not a strong division right now. But that's where Devin is. So if I want to fight the champions because it's a weak division and that's who's there. That's all. That's
I mean, but you
but
can't make them fight you though here for boxing.
I mean that's another argument. Then we got to hold them responsible and make them explain why they don't. Because there's two reasons: one, Devin is a champion, and two, he is arguably the biggest money fight for any of those guys.
Nobody made Devin explain why he didn't want to fight Sando Martin.
Well,
right.
I'm saying I'm talking about this right here, right? I mean, this
See,
situation right here. All I'm saying is, no,
see, these
I
niggas
want to.
slip
No,
That's
no,
funny.
right
no.
over
That's
there.
funny. That's funny
I'm
right
trying to finish
there.
my point.
They need a sound
I'm just
effect for
trying to
that
finish
one.
my point. That was unrelated to my point.
Go ahead.
See,
All I'm saying is, at the end of the day, you can't say you not fighting Devin and give a good reason why. Saying, "Oh, I don't want to get sued," ain't good enough. You're going to make a ton of money fighting Devin, and you're fighting for a belt. What else do you want?
I mean, I hear you, but it don't matter why. If he ain't
So
gonna
so
do it,
we
he
gotta
ain't gonna
so
do
that
it.
means we have to ask those guys and put them on the hot seat and explain why won't you fight Devin? What
And
is
what
it
is that
about
gonna
that?
do here for boxing?
what's that gonna do, bro?
We as fans we deserve to
Unified.
know why these champions don't want to fight each other.
He told him why he didn't want to fight him. The answer just wasn't good enough for y'all.
What, that he don't want to get sued?
That's his answer.
Man, hey, 2 Cent, have a good night. Thank
What
you
we
for
gonna
having
do?
me.
Beat him up?
Hey, no,
Go ahead.
see,
Yeah,
I
that's not
think
good.
that
That's not a good excuse. That's not a good
But
excuse.
it don't matter
I'm
whether the excuse. This is the point,
Hey,
bro. At
Pay,
the
that
end of the
sounds
day, he's not gonna fight
Hold
him.
on, it's on
Pay,
Sin.
that's not good.
Shout out to him for boxing.
He's not gonna
Like I
fight him,
did not
bro.
in the chat
That's the
chat.
point.
Hold on,
And
just before
that's some pussy ass shit.
Who? They still
but
ain't
that's
gonna
what
get
I'm
the
saying.
fight.
I don't understand what y'all want. Okay, he not gonna fight him. We should say he should fight him and all. Like, okay, then what? Like, guys, if that's the case, it doesn't matter. I keep trying to push the conversation forward. Y'all keep trying to say we should make people fight
But it
Devin.
sounds like just sound
Word.
you guys making an excuse for Rolly for saying that.
Who's
How
making
we
an
making
excuse? We're not even
excuses?
talking about Rolly.
No.
Hey, y'all know what? But hey, check it
Crazy.
out. When Benavidez wanted that Canelo fight forever and ever and ever, it obviously Canelo wasn't gonna fight him. Benavidez finally got fed the fuck up and said, "I'm just gonna go up." Devin could
Right.
just say "fuck it" and go up and go and get that boot smoke. Boots on his list.
He ain't gonna do it. He ain't even want to fight Boots at 152.
Go ahead,
But
Sin.
like,
yeah, I feel like as far as the Rolly fight, you know what I'm saying? Like I feel like like it may not be a brave excuse or a great excuse, but I feel like it's a reasonable excuse. And I feel like Devin put that pressure on himself. I think that Devin made himself very hard to work with because he's pretty much had problems with every promoter that he's been with. And he's always had, behind the loss, he had that big meltdown that also made him more complicated. It's made him kind of, it's made him a little bit of a risk for most fighters to want to deal with. He seems like a pretty complicated guy for no reason at all. But I think there's other contenders over there that make up the division. There's other people there for him to fight. Like if he wants to solidify 147, then just fight the next contender or find another champion, find a way to get another belt, whatever the case may be. I don't know the whole landscape of 147. I just know that the division has been scattered pretty much ever since. So there's other contenders for him to fight, so he could put that pressure on Rolly because the mountain. The mountain, the community gets smaller at the top of the mountain. You know what I'm saying? So he could put that pressure on him to where he could force that fight. I don't think that he needs to go to another weight division and fight anybody else because I don't want to hear no excuses about, how motherfuckers feel at that weight. It's not their natural weight and they're probably better at this. I don't want to hear no handicaps or no excuses as to why nobody, took that L. So, that's my humble opinion.
Yeah, I'm about
I
to
think there's
hop
other
off.
people there for him to fight.
I'm about to hop off, but I'm gonna say this. I ain't never seen so many damn excuses in my life for why fighters should have excuses not to fight Devin. It's not about Devin fighting them or that. What I'm hearing is a bunch of reasons why they should not fight Devin.
What
I ain't
reasons did
never
we
in my
say?
life.
What reasons did we say they
I
shouldn't
Is
ain't
fight
that what I just said? Is that what I just said?
This is all this has been. It's just been one big circle of, well, if they're not going to fight Devin, Devin needs to do this. Devin needs to do that because they're not going to
That's
fight
what the
Devin.
fuck he need to do, nigga. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
no, no,
What
no, no,
happened
no,
to
no, no,
fighting
no, no, no,
Hold
no.
on,
contenders?
You're
let him
missing the
let him
point.
go
You're
ahead,
missing the point
Tony,
of what
because
I'm
it's on
saying.
juke. So hurry
You're
up,
missing
Tony.
the
You
point
said
of
you
what I'm saying. My point is hold Devin's feet to the fire to fight nobody's versus holding the other champion's feet to the fire to fight Devin, who is there barking at them. One thing we can say about Devin is he'll fight the other champions, unlike a lot of the other champions who just want to play DuckTales all day long. That's one good thing I would say about Devin. Devin will
Cool.
run to you and fight you. If he calls you out, he'll get in the ring with you. These other dudes acting scared to get in the ring with him. And instead of y'all holding their feet to the fire, y'all want to hold Devin's feet to the fire to fight nobodies. On
Guess
that,
what?
I'm
That
out.
still ain't
That's
gonna get the fight.
ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
All right, Tony. I don't know what y'all talking about. I don't understand. If you a champion that's not gonna unify, drop the belt. Devin is not the only person they can unify with, y'all.
Exactly.
I don't understand. And nobody is making no excuses. We cannot make Rolly Romero fight Devin, y'all. Like, what the hell are y'all talking about? I don't
Shit is
understand.
crazy.
Nobody
Niggas
made
about to-
not one excuse. I'm saying whatever is going on right now, yeah, they don't want to fight them. So what else is available? I don't understand what's so hard about that. It's like y'all don't want to name nobody else. Like what? What am I missing? Like I don't understand.
They don't want them to do the same thing they told Boots to do. Move the fuck up.
Drew, what you got for the show? And then it's gonna be on you, Rick.
Good evening, y'all. I just happened to catch y'all last minute, so I just want to say because I'm hearing what everything what everybody else has to say, and so normally when you start a new job, like don't you have like a grace period, right? Like a you know it's gonna be like 90 days minimum, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And this is what's so crazy about this conversation and like all this hoopla and everyone, oh my God, everybody's stuck in Devin. Devin has not been a champion at 147 for 90 days yet. He has not been a champion at 147 for 90 days yet. Less than a time. It was like some people like you're not even official in your job only for 6 months. He became a champion in the end of November. And automatically everyone's crying about how every champion at that division was supposed to rearrange all of their previous negotiations, movement, and centered around him. And the fact that he's not getting title shots when he's just got there, it hasn't been 90 days. It's insane. Can you imagine if Errol did that? You know how long it took for Errol to get a championship? Other people they had to work their way up. They expected every time Devin won something, it's supposed to happen the next day. And if it doesn't, everyone's the problem. Oh, you can't make Rolly fight him. Rolly didn't want to fight him. Rolly was already in negotiations that he knew as PBC. He knew that he was kind of in talks with freaking Manny Pacquiao. No one's going to dismiss Manny Pacquiao for freaking Devin Haney. Devin Haney wouldn't do it. We know he was also in talks with his mandatory to keep his belt. And I'm sorry, actually, Rolly had just got the belt. And according to them, Rolly was trash anyway. So now we're saying in less than, because it hasn't been 90 days. Again, we're less than 90 days. He's had the belt for about 2 months and some change. And we're like, every person as a division was supposed to halt everything and fight Devin. Meanwhile, when we talk about other fighters reaching out, sending offers, it's not enough. Like whatever issue they got, it's crazy. Like, oh, but he wants to fight him. So everybody, first of all, 147 is trash. We already understand that. So why everybody crying over a division we know is going to take a year or two to reestablish itself? After Bud versus Spence, it needs to reestablish itself. We had one monster at 147, which was Boots. Boots left. Everyone decided to go at the Boots. So everybody knows it's like a wasteland. No one cares about 147 anyway. So at this point, people trying to make their best bag, and Devin ain't it. I just don't understand this. Like, no one has been rushed this quickly. It's like I
That's
don't
the
know.
point I was trying to make.
That's all I want to just make y'all understand. This man, if you want to count, because technically anything over 140 is welterweight. So even if you want to count Ramirez, that means he's been at the division still less than a year. Right? I just don't understand. Like, oh my God, we can't get ready to fight. Like and Crocker just got the belt. Barrios got another fight. If anything, why are you crying? There should be an opportunity for you to get your get back with Ryan. If y'all not talking about Devin versus Ryan, what are you talking about? Who cares about other belts? The division's trash anyway. The belts don't mean as much because the division is not that good.
They scared of that fight.
Y'all are just crying over nothing. Like y'all been anyway. That's how I want to reiterate again. One last time, Devin ain't had that belt 3 months. He hasn't had it for 90 days, and they're crying that he's supposed to unify it already. What's wrong with y'all mentally? That's what. Anyway, that's all I had to say.
I just kept telling it's not how it works. Like it's boxing. It doesn't work like that. You don't get the belt, then you fight the champion, then you fight the champ. Like this shit don't work like that.
Work like
Maybe it'll work like that on Zoom.
They want people to come from. They wanted the minute he got there for everybody. Like, oh, I'll fight you 2 months later. Like, what? He ain't been there long enough for any. I'm sorry, Devin's not being ducked. He hasn't been long enough to be ducked. He hasn't been long enough to be ducked yet.
And then you say if you don't want to unify, drop the belt. As if Devin is the only person I could unify with. Devin's not the only person I can unify with. That's what I'm saying. And then you getting mad saying we making excuses for the best not to. It's like, what are y'all talking like?
The best, there was no best. The best at 147 left the division. That's why Devin felt comfortable to move up. The best at 147 was freaking Jerron Ennis. So there is no best at 147.
They gotta fight and shake it out.
And now y'all sitting here. I mean, this man would basically be, what do you call it when you first get a new job? You're under, what do you call it? He's on the probation period. And you up there crying that he ain't been moved up to manager yet. Shut up.
Rick Tibbs, what you got for the show, Rick?
Boy, hey, I love hearing the Devin Haney back and forth, the Tank Davis, the Shakur. I love it, man. I love the passion from both sides, man. Especially when they don't get too personal and ugly, with the insults. Hey, but what I want to switch gears on is what I mentioned earlier on D1 live a little while ago about Errol. I see you got Errol in your title too tonight, and I'm just concerned about Errol, man. It's like this, Yeah, he been inactive since July 2023. He's had 2 fights literally since December 2020. He's fought twice since 2020. Errol, in about 20 days, he'll be 36. Now, Tim Tszyu, he just made 31 in November. And if this fight with Tim happens in June in Australia, for whatever reason in Australia, Tim will have fought
in Australia?
Yes. Australia, the big fish. For what? He's still the big man out here. Anyway.
Are they feeding Errol the zoo?
Yeah, but Tim will have fought 7 times since Errol last fought July 2023. And yeah, Tim had that little run. He had lost 3 or 4. He had that bad run. But he's still 31. He's still very active. It's still going to be in Australia. Errol's still been super inactive. I love Errol, man. I just wish he would fall back on that no tune-up mentality this time.
I thought Timmy was a tune-up.
No, Tim not a tune-up for a man that's been gone since 3 years, man. It'll be 35 months since his last fight. If they fight in June, no, not
Tim. Tim supposed to be fighting in Australia. It's not going to be Errol in Australia. They fighting in the U.S.
Oh
Tim gonna
man,
do a
I
tune-up
read
in
I heard
Australia.
this they targeting the Earl and Tim fight in Australia. I heard
I heard no.
Oh wait,
yeah.
no, that's
No, Tim fighting in Australia. Tim is fighting in Australia. He has a fight coming up.
yeah.
Same day as I think Fundora.
What?
I heard Tim trying to
So
get on
Tim
that
about to take a tune up?
Tim, I heard
Yeah,
Tim on
Yeah, Tim taking
March,
tune up.
the
and
March Lewis Crocker card. I heard
Yeah,
Tim
he
trying
is.
to get on that March card with the Lewis Crocker card. Is that in
Yeah,
Australia?
Tim be
that's
got
in
both of
Australia.
them
That's in
fucked up.
Australia. Paro won the purse bid.
no, but hey,
Yellow.
Rick. No, I think it's a good point because I have heard that like Tim Zoo's going to get like a tune up in his own hometown, Australia, and then he would then fight Earl. A lot of people try to say this is a tune up. No, he's not. Yeah, yes. Zoo has lost a recent fight, but he lost against like serious competition, right?
Pandora and Bakram.
Yeah, Pandora, which neither again 154. I keep telling everybody it's been my favorite division for years because the belts change hands so much because everyone's dangerous. There's no one at 154 that's not dangerous. No one. I don't. Even if you might have a favorite, people that I think 154 has given us the most upsets of any other division. So going to fight Tim Zoo after 3 years off is not a tune-up. That's a big deal. But that's what Earl does. So, but if it's gonna be in Australia on top of that, that's even more stress. I would hope it would be in the US, but I would love for Earl to get a tune-up. But the problem at 154 is that who's a tune-up? There's no tune-ups at 154. 154 is everyone's dangerous. I can't think of a suitable tune-up.
Don't be surprised if Tim Zoo don't win this tune-up too.
I'll say Tim
Right.
Zoo.
Everyone in 154 is dangerous.
Let me get Blue Hustle Man and then are you done, Rick?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Blue Hustle Man, then it's on I Am Your Leader.
What up? Earl Spence said he's been, training, and training's been going good, sparring and stuff. So, I don't know. I think, his mentality, he's been probably wanting to come back for a little bit, and he finally made the decision. And I'm okay with it. I'm not gonna sit there and harp on him. He has a certain way of moving, and this is how he moves. He don't do tune-ups, so maybe he had to take the time off to get his mental right, to get his body right. Maybe something was going on with his body still. I don't know, but if he's back in the gym sparring, and he seems like he's on a good level with himself. So I think he could pull the fight off. I'm not gonna sit there and write him off, and I think that when they fight, it's probably gonna be in Texas. So,
I would hope so, but I would say I agree with Rick Timms on this. If there's ever a time to get a tune-up, it's absolutely now. The problem is 154 doesn't have a ton of tune-ups because 154 for the last 8 to 10 years has been so dangerous that it's delivered us the most upsets. Everybody 154 has just been a problem for years. And like I said, we can't even count on Tim Zoo getting through. No one thought Tim Zoo was gonna lose. Well, a lot of people didn't think he was gonna lose to Bakram. But Bakram scrapped him up so quickly, it was insane. And we just don't know. And so I just think, unfortunately, he's in a division where I guess at this point, everyone's so dangerous, you might as well get a name. You might as well.
Look, y'all. It says the ESPN article 8 hours ago states the fight, which will headline a PBC on Prime Video PPV pay-per-view, will be Spence's debut at 154 pounds and is targeted for either June 6th or June 13th at a venue in Australia to be determined.
Ew, that's nasty.
Wait, who reported that, Mr. Rick Sims?
ESPN.
Yeah.
I am your leader. Which device are you using?
What's up, 2 cents?
What up? What you got for the show? You on mute? You on mute? I am your leader.
Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm just listening.
Oh, okay. All right, panel open. Yeah, but if it's in Australia, it's kind of like, like
That's a lot, especially your first fight back. You're fighting Tim Tszyu, and I know Tim Tszyu has, they're like, oh, he's trash. No, it's just that like he's gone up against some really good competition. Like that's why I think fans at one point were like, oh, the best don't fight the best. People scared of losing, and then the second they lose, or once or twice, oh, you're trash, and they were never good. We gotta stop doing that. We gotta make a decision. Like we gotta pick a lane. I don't think it's that Tim Tszyu was never good. I think there's a certain styles he's not great for. But Tim Tszyu is not a tune-up at all. And the fact that Tim Tszyu might be getting a tune-up and Earl can be coming off of a 3-year layoff, fighting Tim Tszyu in his hometown is a little troublesome for me.
It's wild, ain't it?
And that's a little too much. That's a little too much dipping your chip. I don't like that. I don't like it.
Errol about to tune his ass up. Errol about to tune his ass up. Plain and simple. Just because that man.
I just don't like it.
But why wouldn't Errol come back in Dallas
look
though?
at-
You feel me? Like why wouldn't he be?
Yeah,
in
that's
Dallas?
what I was.
Exactly.
That's what I was thinking too.
This a PBC. I guess is a joint production.
Well, I think that maybe he want to make it somewhat of an uphill battle, plain and simple. Like, even if it is a Tim Tszyu, even
it ain't favorable to PBC like that, so ain't no telling.
Nah, look, I think it's all about timing. He wanted to come back, and he don't want to wait anymore. Take any more time off, and so he's basically like, they're like, well, if you fight, you got to go out this way. You know what I'm saying? Since it is your first fight. So I think, in my personal opinion, I think that's what it is. And he's just taking a fight. And also, I think that, I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. I got confidence in Errol Spence, man. I think, if Earl feels like that man's a tune-up, shoot. That's his tune-up right there.
Straight up.
Yeah, so I'm like this. So I just look at no, hold on, Rick. Hold on. That's just my opinion. I just feel like if Earl feels like that man Tim is a tune-up, and I'm looking at him as a tune-up too, you see what I'm saying? But I'm okay with it, man. If he wouldn't have took this fight for no reason. You see what I'm saying? And I think he took the fight because pretty much it's the timing. And he can't get the venue that he wants, but they're like, look, if you want to fight, you're gonna have to do this right here. And he's like, okay, I'll do it.
But here we go again. Here's another chapter added to the same book that he began writing against Bud in July 2023. When Bud pulled that snake move, when he was negotiating with Earl, and magically he had a fight signed with David Adville, Earl stayed put. Earl had plenty of time to get him a fight, a light touch, like Bud did. Nope, Earl, nope, I'm stubborn. I'm going to stay until I fight Terrence Crawford for this undisputed. Bud got him a little bit more oil in his machine against David Adville. Earl stayed put. Now he's staying put again. Well, shit, he can get him a fight in before June, before this showdown with Tim Tszyu. Nope, I'm no tune-up. Come on with it, Earl. Do it your way.
No, I agree, and that is a part of the problem. Earl's a little stubborn, and you want to keep. And I understand, like some people can come off a long layoff, but like Earl, you've had accident. Like if if you can, and again, it's gonna be 154 is hard to find tune-ups, but I don't care. You need to just get back in there with like the lightest touch possible. But him and his freaking pride, and that's a good point. Like I remember everybody was so mad at PBC at the time. I remember PBC was trying to make him versus Thurman and him versus someone else right before, and he didn't want to do it. And I get it, you don't like Thurman, you mad at Thurman, but that would have been better for you just to kind of like keep that, like you said, get something. You don't want to go into a big fight. And at this point, everything's a big fight for Errol because you ain't fought in 3 years. You need a tune-up, and I'm sorry, Tim Tszyu is not a tune-up. I don't care nobody. I understand he lost, and he lost to Pandora, that doesn't make him a tune-up. And I think we're going into this looking wrong if we're thinking that this is just some quick. I'm not saying Errol won't win or beat him up, but I just think at this point, if ever in your career to play it safe, this is the time.
I think Timmy is. I mean, I never thought Tim Zoo was good. I always thought Timmy was food. I thought they was gonna feed him to Charlo, but they ended up feeding him to Fundora. But I think Tim Zoo is the closest of tune-up we gonna get for Errol Spence.
No, you're right. Yeah, that's kind of how Errol built.
You feel me? Like that's probably like he coming off. He got all these like that's probably the closest we're gonna get
yeah,
to tune-up for
because
Errol.
Earl probably ain't gonna come back against no. Yeah, knowing Earl, and that's what part of why we love him. He's not gonna come back against no name, but just another thing too. It does make sense. I was like, why would you fight in Australia? But remember, Tim Zoo came to PBC when he didn't have to and went for all the smoke. But then I thought about it. So y'all, is Liam Pyro? What is Liam Pyro Australian? Or am I tripping? No,
He's Australian.
he is. Okay, so y'all do know that when it comes to the whole Lewis Crocker, Liam Pyro thing, No Limit Boxing won the purse bid, right?
Right.
That's for the IBF 147 belt. And they are saying that PBC got it because apparently No Limit Boxing has a good relationship with PBC. And they do because to my understanding, No Limit Boxing is Australian based or something, right?
Right.
They're Australian based. And remember, Tim came over here, came over there. So maybe they're due a favor by PBC. Maybe that's why they got to go to Australia, because I'm hearing that the whole Liam Crocker and Lewis Crocker and Ian Pyro fight might end up on the undercard of Fundora versus Thurman. So maybe they feel like, so maybe that's why that is. And Eddie Hearn lost that purse bid to No Limit, and of course No Limit, it works better with PBC. So maybe they feel like they gotta give something else. I don't know. But I just know that No Limit is really well known for working with PBC and TGB. So I'm assuming that that's partially, maybe that's why Errol would even consider going there. Maybe they're trying to build up a whole card in Australia because they have these Australian partners. That's just my guess at it.
Yeah, but I would think Earl will fight in the U.S. though. That's crazy.
Yeah.
He could, and maybe maybe the Liam Pyro.
Like, so many people are gonna be disappointed if he fight in Australia.
I want to see him in Texas. I want to see him make a comeback because his fans.
People would be so disappointed if he fights in freaking Australia.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What about Brian Mendoza? Somebody like that as a tune-up for Earl.
Brian Mendoza's not a tune-up either. You saw that's what Fundora thought he was a tune-up and got knocked out.
It might be more dangerous than Tim Zoo. Shit.
Right, he might.
Nah, but Brian Mendoza ain't look good his last couple fights.
Yeah,
I haven't seen Mendoza
slowed
lately.
down a little bit.
All I know is 154 is just dangerous to me. I feel like everybody could catch you in the wrong spot. But I haven't seen Brian Mendoza fight in so long. Is he even still fighting?
Yeah, he fought in 2025.
Okay, did he? Okay, man.
Shit, Tim Zoo fought 3 times in 2025. Man, Tim Zoo been busy.
Yeah, right. He fought. He got a TKO win in July, and then he lost to Boychuk. That's right. I forgot that. I forgot he lost to Boychuk. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, but he hasn't fought since July either. So
well, we gonna see, man. We just gonna let Earl come back for one last hoorah and go by this day. I hope he don't leave out on the loss, man, on the L. But
me too.
Yeah,
I like to see who gonna do it to him at 100%. You know, because the only person I really got who.
Lubin just got his ass whooped.
Hey man, Earl he need a soft touch, man.
Like I said, hey, he about to make soft touches out of the motherfuckers y'all think these hard touches. Watch.
I mean, okay, But of the
I think
a
he can
good
beat
fight.
Zoo. He can beat Zoo, in
Look,
my opinion.
He
look.
about to wild on Zoo.
Okay,
Hey, look, a good fight right now for Charlo. I mean, for Earl Spence right now after he has this fight will be Charlo, man.
so quick question: of the champions, who do y'all think Earl can beat? So we got Xander Sayes, Sebastian Fundora, and Josh.
Zayas. Already Zayas.
Yeah, he probably beat Zaya, depending
What
on how
about
you
Josh
look at this
Kelly?
fight. Josh Kelly,
No, but Zayas definitely.
he could probably fuck up.
Zayas might be the weakest champion we have in boxing right now.
So you think Zayas is weaker than Josh Kelly?
Yes, I do.
Yeah,
Okay.
Xander Zayas is food at 54.
And he's just
Yeah, I
so
don't.
big. I think he's just so big. It's kind of.
Too Rich, what you got for the show? It's almost about to be 12. I'm about to hop up off here. What you got, Too Rich?
I was just listening to what y'all saying about Tim Zoo, man. That's definitely a tune-up fight, and probably the best fight he could get. Tim Zoo been smashed out his body the last three out of the last 5 fights he fought. Well, I mean, how much more of a tune-up do you get? He a gatekeeper at this point. If you go any lower, I don't know who you gonna get. Lima? He's gonna fight Lima, I guess. So I think it's a perfect fight for Errol to come back on stylistically. Errol come forward in a straight line, but Tim Zoo gonna be right there. And he ain't got much defense, and he don't get his head out the line. So stylistically, this the best possible fight that he could come back to. Both of them gonna have to worry about getting hit at first, cause I think Tim Zoo is still a little shaky. He ain't clear headed, and think about it, when Errol Spence got in the ring, he went there to fight Fundora. Everybody thought Tim Zoo was gonna win that fight. So Errol Spence ain't lost no fight since he got in that ring. Only Tim Zoo done lost 3 fights since then. So this is the perfect match for him to come. There's nobody else, no better match he can come back to.
Well, just real quick, Errol, remember, I don't know if you remember, he got in the ring after Tim Zoo versus Fundora. Errol showed his receipt that he actually bet on Fundora, so he didn't expect to fight Tim Zoo. He bet on Fundora to win. So he actually absolutely expected to be going across from Fundora. He didn't expect to fight Tim Zoo. So he bet right on that fight. The other thing is, I still wouldn't say Tim Zoo is a tune-up. Again, Errol has not fought in 3 years. No one can be a tune-up if you're coming from 3-year layoff. And Zoo lost, but again, he lost to people who were champions, like people who are official. And what we've seen in 154, we've seen the most upsets in that one division than almost all the divisions combined. So every time we think we know something, so I will give him a lot of credit if he's coming back against Tim Zoo, because it's not, Tim Zoo, I feel like he didn't prepare for Bakram. Maybe he did. Maybe he didn't.
He wasn't ready. He wasn't
He
ready.
wasn't. No, I don't think he. And I think because a lot of things that people forget, what happened was that before that, the performance before Bakram had fought, he did look like easier money. It's because Bakram fought during Ramadan and was weaker and didn't look as great. But then when he came back against Tim Zoo, he fought completely different than he had been fighting previously when he kept fighting in Ramadan. So I'm not saying that's the only excuse, but I'm just saying, like, 154 is just so many surprises. So I don't like to discredit any fighter, like, oh, they're not good, blah, 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 blah. Coming off 3 years, fighting anybody at 154 is going to be a problem.
All right. Well, I want to thank everybody for joining me tonight. Shout out Rick Timms. Shout out Juke. Blue Hustle Man. I am your leader and Too Rich. Thank y'all for coming up, sharing your 2 cents. It is 12 o'clock. I will be live again Friday for Ladies Night. Y'all make sure y'all come back Friday for Ladies Night. Join me. Y'all know how it go down. Me, Juke, Key, and any other ladies that would like to hop on the panel and have a discussion about boxing without the men, all in the videos, screaming and yelling, being all emotional, can't admit when they wrong. Come on over Friday night, starting at about 8:30 p.m. until. Shout out to everybody that supported the channel tonight, whether it was through the super chat or the cash app, or you punch that like and subscribe button. And and talk our differences of opinion. Shout out to the Hanos clan, the Shakurians, whatever else everybody else call themselves. J-Man say they was mad tonight. I don't even understand, J-Man. I'm like, what am I saying that's making y'all so mad? I'm saying since none of the champions want to fight him, who else is there for him to fool? I want to see him to fight in the division. And then everybody start crying about why are we not making them hold them accountable, hold their feet to the fire? Why we not? I'm like, well, wait, listen. That's not the conversation. Let's have the conversation on why we not making them later. Let's move forward with this conversation. Do y'all see that we never got an answer? J-Man, did you see we never got an answer? Did you see that we could never continue that conversation? Some people might say, well, shit, there's nobody there. He might as well move up. Okay, cool. He can move up. Who could you see him fight? Like, we could not get nowhere except crying about who didn't want to fight him. And I'm saying this is what y'all keep doing. This is what y'all keep doing. Then people hop on, well, if y'all saying that, then Keyshawn and Devin shouldn't fight. Like, what are y'all talking about? What does that have to do with what I'm saying? I'm saying for whatever reason that they're not fighting Devin Haney. Since they're not going to be available, they're going to be doing whatever they're doing, and they don't want to fight Devin Haney right now. What ideas do you have in mind for his next fight? Is that not so simple? Well, maybe he could fight Karen. Karen's at 47. Who else at 47? Who could he bring up? You know what I'm saying? Just a regular conversation about what else is available. But we could not even do that. Because y'all think that if you got a belt and if you either fight Devin Haney to unify or you should drop your belt. As if Devin Haney is the only fighter you can unify with in the division. I mean, it was very bizarre. But y'all go back and listen to the replay. Let me know and drop it below your 2 cents. Make sure you punch that like and subscribe button. I ain't even get my like check today. But make sure y'all punch that like and subscribe button if you haven't already. And listen, if you don't want your host all in the videos, cussing you out, kicking you off the panel, timing you out the chat, leaving you in the background, come on over to 2 Cents Boxing, where we talk everything boxing and everybody's entitled to their own opinion.